Peace, family. How you all doing? My name is Keisha. I'm the owner of A Way of Life. I am your astrology coach. Today, I'm going to be doing the weekly astrology for September 26th to October 2nd. Family, we are already into October, if you could believe it or not. And my throat's a little dry, so I'll be stopping every now and again to sip up on some of my water. Either way, I hope y'all are having a good week so far. All right, so please like, share, and subscribe, family. As you may or may not know, we're trying to grow our channel here, and the more you subscribe, like, share, comment, the more the algorithm shares our content. We love and appreciate you in advance. So we'll start the week off with the moon and Libra. Right, I believe this is right off the heels of the new moon in Libra. I can't remember. But so we could be getting more pieces to the puzzle of that, but it's more social, cooperative, peaceful. Venus is the ruler of Libra, which will be conjunct Mercury. And this is a favorable for resolving any misunderstandings. This can also be an old idea or project that is being offered again, or you're trying an old idea in a new way. This is good for creative writing, negotiating, and problem solving, meetings, and ideas in love and relationships. And then the sun in Libra is opposite Jupiter and Aries. So there can be a lot of offers, opportunities that are coming up. But remember, we are still heavily in retrograde energy, even though retrograde goes direct this week. It'll still be in shadow until mid-October, to be exact, October 13th. And so even though energetically, I think we'll be out of the woods with it all the Mercury and retrograde things, but when it comes to opportunities and stuff, still, take your time thinking things through when it comes to this energy. This could also be good for travel, a good day for education, publishing, marketing, and doing a website. And then Tuesday, Mercury will be in harmony with Pluto. I actually really like Mercury and Pluto together, especially Pluto's now in Capricorn, Mercury's in Virgo or Libra. Again, getting more clear around your relationship habits, behaviors, doing some deep soul searching if you're not going to counseling or something to that effect, or studying the divinations, your chart, pulling some cards, all those spiritual practices also can be considered forms of, consulting, getting deeper, more answers to problems and things that you may be going through at this time. This could be a transformation of your relationships or habits and things in your relationships, especially if you've been doing the work and having those deep conversations about what needs to change, what do you want to change, and how you're going to go about making those changes. And, anytime we're dealing with Pluto, like there's a possibility that secrets are going to come out, right? Things are going to come out that are most likely going to be the things that have gotten you to these conclusions in the first place. Especially seeing as the new moon has already passed. But for sure, either way, conversations about these secrets are gonna have the opportunity, you'll have the opportunity to work through them, which I think with Pluto is good, because Pluto's gonna force you to get to the deeper roots of what's going on. Now, because Pluto's in Capricorn, this could also be work, love, secret love affairs at work, or this could also be just work things in general that you are also getting clear of, trying to work through and work out. From 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., the moon goes void. Now, I talk about the moon void every week. Every time the moon goes void, that just means that energetically, you're not getting any support whenever the moon is in void. So anything that you do have to do at this time, more than likely, just be prepared to have another conversation about it. If you cannot do anything or not make any choices, obviously that would be the perfect world, right? But we live in the real world where, you know, those, you got stuff to do, right? And so if things come up, they come up. Another way that this can be showing up is that you're drained. You're very tired, your energy, you don't have any energy. And so you might like want to rest more, relax more, retreat more, reflect more, go inward, and things of that nature. Then the moon moves into Scorpio, which further emphasizes everything that I just said. Because that is all Scorpio energy. It's all about doing the internal work, the deep soul work, counseling, again, using the divinations to get to answers and things like that. Watching tarot, getting an astrology reading, or again, studying your chart. And then Mars and Gemini is in harmony with Saturn and Aquarius retrograde. So Saturn has been in Aquarius for a while. It's wrapping up its cycle, and it's been retrograde for a while. And so we're rethinking, refocusing, reconsidering things around Saturn and Aquarius ruled themes. And with Mars and Gemini here, you're going to have the willpower, the motivation to come up with some solutions around these Saturn and Aquarius ruled themes. So any old business projects you have, you can use this transit to get things done, but nothing new. Again, we are still in retrograde heavily. Wrapping up old tasks, closing out old cycles, and getting closure is going to be more of the energy for that specific transit. And then Wednesday, there are no other transits that day, so more of the same thing from Tuesday. And then Thursday, the moon will be in harmony with Neptune. Now, this is very emotional. You can need emotional care, empathy, healing, maybe even deciding to do some giving back, volunteering in some way, shape, or form. This could be kids. Kids need an extra tender and loving care, especially if they're sick. Neptune does rule over sickness. It is that time of the year. People are getting their first colds and all that fun stuff. And so I also see this as nurturing kids through sickness. And it could be other like real sicknesses too, especially if you have any elderly in your family. And then the moon is in harmony with Mercury. You may be expressing your emotions more, like really allowing people to know exactly what it is you need. Or you're taking care of yourself. This could be self-care for yourself, like getting a massage, resting, or like us going to a spa or something like that. Maybe even writing, planning, and scheduling. These types of things in for yourself. I'm trying to think what else. Neptune and Pisces, the moon is in, let's see, Scorpio. Whoa. Yeah, this is like deep body massage. Oh my God, it could be. I don't know why I just thought of Nip Tuck. You guys remember that show? It's so old. That was random. But I said that because Scorpio can be like getting work done on your body, you know, that nipped and tucked. Like who's doing that, right? I know you guys are like, girl, Keisha, bye. I'm just telling you what this is, okay? Or like a colonoscopy or some kind of detox or something, or cleansing or doing deep research on these themes. It could be past life stuff, past life regression therapy, you know, these kind of themes here with Scorpio and Neptune. Scorpio and Neptune gets it. And this is like spookism stuff too, like ghosts and stuff. Or somebody who's super intuitive, so those psychic stuff. You could be watching a lot of psychic shows or like psychic detectives. I am like obsessed with Medium right now. Do you guys remember that show, Medium? It's just Scorpio and Neptune theme. I mean, some people might argue it's more Neptune than Scorpio, but either way, I'm relating it to the detective piece, you know, because Scorpio is all about detective work and criminal minds and criminal people and criminal activity. So you could be really into this kind of stuff right now. It could be a bunch of different shows coming out. It is what, September? Yeah, this is the season for all the new shows coming out. I am so excited about SVU is no CSI Vegas. I love that show. So yeah, it could be a bunch of that going on too, especially with Neptune, because Neptune could be like binge watching shows and movies, especially around these kind of themes. So ghosts, scary movies, psychic stuff, and everything else. Okay. And then the moon goes void at 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. And then it moves into Sagittarius. Now, Sagittarius is a way more upbeat energy. It is still law related. We can see a lot of new law developments coming up at this time, especially with that coming off of that new moon in Libra. I can only imagine. Plus, again, it is September. So for a lot of companies and businesses, they're announcing their earnings and things of that nature. I feel like I talked about that in another, I think for the Virgo, new moon, yeah, where I think I called it the audit, and so their numbers are in, and so these kind of announcements can have an effect on laws. Maybe I'm completely making that up, but either way, either way, it's something to that effect that we can see a lot of things coming around. Ah, oh my God, I cracked myself up. This is also good for, again, marketing, publishing, websites, public speaking, broadcasting. I'm trying to think. Travel. And just overall optimistic and upbeat in general. Moral ethics, beliefs, philosophy, spiritual things. And then Friday, Moon still in Sagittarius will be in harmony with the sun and Libra. Yeah, this is law. The sun's going to highlight some legalities, any legal issues. It's in harmony. So I guess the good thing about that is that they won't be too bad, or nothing that we can't withstand, if you will. This could definitely have a lot more to do with out of the country too, because Sagittarius is the ruler of foreigners, foreign countries. I know we had a lot of foreigners entering into the country. I think they're like showing up in buses and massive numbers in DC, if I'm not mistaken. So maybe there'll be some stuff coming out about that. I can only imagine. And then Saturday, Mercury stations. And whenever a Mercury stations, that means it stopped in the sky. And this is when you're really most likely to experience all those Mercury retrograde things that people always talk about, like your computer glitching and phone calls dropping and, you know, all that stuff. So be prepared for that. And then the moon will oppose Mars. Jesus Christ. Moon and Sag oppose Mars and Gemini. I mean, this is still good energy, but whenever we're talking about oppositions, it's relationships. So this could be business relationships having some discord here, disagreements, having to revisit, rehash conversations, paperwork, documents, especially legal stuff, again, coming up heavily here. Be careful for accidents, communication issues, sports accidents, and just being impatient. I also think because now Mars and Gemini is shadow, if I'm not mistaken, especially towards mid October. Don't quote me on this. I really have to go back and look. And nobody probably cares about this, but it's football season. Mars and Gemini, Sagittarius, Jupiter and Aries. This is, I'd be careful for anybody who's into like fantasy football. If you are a big gambler, I'd be careful this year, because Mars and Gemini is going to be retrograde, and Mars is all about sports, all about your muscles, bones cracking, head injuries, bruises, cuts, burns. You guys know this. I talk about Mars a lot, heavily. And because it's going to be retrograde during football season, I can imagine there'll be a lot of these kinds of incidents. And we might even see some of this highlighted now at this time, as Mercury's beginning to go into, I mean, Mars is beginning to go into its retrograde shadow. And remember, anything that comes up during shadow are the things that we'll see more of, or more pieces to the story of during the actual retrograde. So bet low if you're doing any kind of betting in fantasy football, sports in general this year. Just, it's not looking good, unfortunately. I hate to say that. And then the moon will be in confrontation with Neptune. Again, this is spirituality stuff, drugs, alcohol. And Mercury's out of focus, confused, misunderstandings. Yeah, so this could be an overdose, okay? God forbid, I'm not wishing that on anybody. You remember, Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter expands everything that it touches. This could be somebody getting caught in the sports round for, you know, pumping up you know, to be bigger. I don't remember what they call that. Okay. Yeah, just stay low key with any decisions and stuff now. Be careful for overdosing or overdoing it if you are taking any drugs or anything. I mean, the best way to deal with this is to meditate, go within, and again, ask for help. That's the Mercury, you know, speak up, speak out about what you need help with at this time. And then the moon goes void, which is not helpful to this energy, by the way. It only inflicts this energy even more. Because remember, family, again, whenever the moon goes void, we have no energetic support here, which means you're more likely to be in darkness, to be on the lower vibration of this stuff. From 2 p.m. to midnight. Midnight, I get. Just this could be a lot of issues with people who have mental health. This could be like mental health outbursts, or we can see things like with mental people in that field, the hospitals, nursing homes, people taking advantage of, like somebody getting the wrong medication. I don't like this energy, guys. I don't. Just be careful Saturday, especially if you're going out. Somebody could try like a date rape thing. I don't like it. Don't drink and drive. Take a Uber. Find a designated driver. Okay. Saturday. Put a red flag on Saturday. Okay. And then Sunday, the moon moves into Capricorn. Now, Capricorn always is that get right. I don't care what anybody says. I fucking love me some Capricorn energy though, because we be needing it. Capricorn's the parent who's gonna come in and be like, get your life together. I'm gonna need you to not do that. Come in at a respectful hour. Here, take this damn tomato juice so you can get sober. So Capricorn, I'm gonna sober you up. So essentially, this is a good energy to have if you're having a wild night, because Saturn's gonna be like, all right, you know, have your moment, do what you got to do as far as you know, emotionally and whatnot, right? But then, you know, now it's time to get to the good foot, back to business as usual. Get yourself together and fix your wrongs. Get back organized, get in order, get planning, get structured. You know. And then Mercury goes direct. Woohoo! Listen, y'all. I don't even know why I'm surprised. Every year I do the same thing, like, ain't gonna be me. Meanwhile, I'm a whole fucking Libra rising, and Mercury was definitely retrograde in Libra. It's fucking depressing, okay? I don't want to talk about it, but I'm glad it's over. And then I'm Gemini rule, so I was being hit 2 times. I'm still unsure of how I actually survived. But I'm here. I made it. And then the moon will be in tension with Jupiter. Moon in Capricorn now, in tension with Jupiter in Aries. Think this through, Keish. Jupiter in Aries is going to be about the self. Capricorn. So maybe there's some confrontation with business. Again, this could be legal issues. My God. maybe we're seeing a lot of corporate businesses having legal issues. I know they said was it Bed Bath and Beyond? I know I mentioned this in another video, but I know somebody just commit suicide. There could be more information coming out about what the heck that was all about. If it hasn't already. Yeah, this sounds like corporate having some money issues. Legal issues. Mm. Yeah, well, we'll see. We will see. And then the moon is in a stressful angle to Venus. Yeah, money and business, money and legal issues, big, big, big time here. Or this could be somebody not getting their needs met, not taking care of yourself really because you're working too much, overworking. So remember to take a pause, take a break. And then the moon will be in a stressful angle to the sun. My God, this is not good. Not good at all. The moon in Capricorn will be in a stressful angle to the sun. And Libra. Yeah, this is business. It's I mean, it could be relationships, especially if you're in business with a relationship with a romantic partner, maybe not seeing eye to eye about how things should be done and all that stuff there. Just some things coming to light about something being unbalanced and not fair. So your habits, patterns coming to the surface around what needs to be changed around Libra themes. And then the moon in Capricorn could be business, father figures, authority figures, bosses. You as a boss, are you being responsible? Are you holding people accountable? Are you holding yourself accountable? Are you being fair? Are you being overbearing? You could hear some more stuff about people quitting their jobs or business closing and losing your job that way. Essentially, this is about being responsible, mature, and being a boss of your life. And in order to do that, you have to be disciplined. You have to have systems and structures. And so some of your habits and patterns around those things or lack thereof are going to be highlighted. And it's not going to be comfortable. It's not going to be comfortable. That's a sucky way to end the week, but that's what we got, family. I think overall, as long as you're being honest about where you're at and having open conversations, and again, holding people accountable, not giving any shorts or giving one person more than the other and things of that nature, you should be fine. So just be mindful of how you're treating people and, you know, apologizing where necessary. Again, having many meetings, multiple meetings, discussions and things about what needs to be done, you know, to get things done fairly for all involved as best as possible. And you should be fine. But this looks like it could be pretty uncomfortable for people who aren't doing those things, who don't care about those things, which is really unfortunate. So, as usual, family, I love and appreciate every single one of y'all. I hope you found this information helpful. Peace.